This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
Governor Jay Inslee has declared a state of emergency as the state's firefighting resources have been stretched thin.
Drifting smoke from the Cougar Creek fire and the newly sparked blaze in the Navarre Coulee area has prompted the Washington State Department of Ecology to lower air quality readings in the Chelan Valley to unhealthy.
The Columbia Basin River Dogs are headed to their 6th consecutive World Series.
Walls were raised on Friday for the 14th Habitat for Humanity home in the Moses Lake area.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
Governor Jay Inslee has declared a state of emergency as the state's firefighting resources have been stretched thin. At the request of the State Department of Natural Resources, Inslee made the declaration on Tuesday for all counties as the state continues to see abnormally dry conditions, creating dangerously high fire fuel conditions. To date, DNR, the state's largest firefighting force, has responded to close to 900 fires, already more than in all of 2017. Projected weather and fire fuel conditions for August and September will continue to present a high risk of wildfires across the state. 2 Black Hawk helicopters have been staged at Fairchild Air Force Base in Spokane, and 5 20-person crews are deploying to wildfires in Northeast Washington. State DNR officials say despite the high number of fires already, quick air attack and positioning equipment in high-risk areas have allowed firefighters to keep more than 90% of the fires under 10 acres. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination, from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
Drifting smoke from the Cougar Creek fire and the newly sparked blaze in the Navarre Coulee area has prompted the Washington State Department of Ecology to lower air quality readings in the Chelan Valley to unhealthy. The day began in Chelan with levels hovering in the unhealthy for sensitive groups range, but rapidly deteriorated by mid-morning. Locals and visitors in the lakeside community say the smoke isn't causing them to cancel any of their plans or routines just yet, but it's definitely a nuisance.
Puts a little damper on the weekend or the week, but they're jumping on the fires and taking care of them, knocking them down quick, so you can't ask for much more than that.
You visit Chelan often?
Try and get up here once a year.
Are you getting used to this?
A little bit, yeah. Well, unfortunately, what are you going to do, right? Can't sack the vacation just for a little smoke. I don't notice it in my lungs at all. I can see it, but it doesn't, and it kind of dampens the mood, but that's about it. Don't feel anything physically.
It just makes it tough to be outside and breathing and enjoying our beautiful area. You can't get used to the smoke. It comes and goes, and you try to go on as much as you can and play outside only when it's a little clearer.
When air quality levels are in the unhealthy category, all people within the affected zone should limit their time spent outdoors and avoid strenuous outdoor activities. Statewide projections for air quality remain good over the next 5 to 7 days. However, those places like Lake Chelan, which are nearer to any still burning wildfires, could easily see a continuing pattern of smoke and haze throughout the weeks ahead. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
This segment is brought to you by...
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The Columbia Basin River Dogs are headed to their 6th consecutive World Series. This time is slightly different from their last couple of appearances since they aren't hosting it and they had to take regionals to qualify. With the flight to Jamestown, New York, the site of the World Series, going out tomorrow, the River Dogs had one last practice before the big tournament. Zach Berryman has been a consistent hitter all year and really shined during regionals. During the regional tournament, Berryman earned 13 RBIs on 15 hits, including 3 home runs, with just 21 at-bats. He also scored 12 runs.
I'm going in there, trying to be prepared and get a quality at bat every time I'm at the plate and just help my team out, just drive the ball, get a lot of barrel.
Duncan Favor is a starting pitcher for the River Dogs. He pitched the first and last game of regionals, including the entire title match. Through the 7.2 innings he pitched in regionals, Favor had 12 strikeouts, allowed 5 hits, and only 1 run. Favor is also an accomplished batter, hitting 2 home runs and earning 13 RBIs through regionals.
My heart is more in hitting, but I love to pitch. I'm in the starting rotation, obviously, and it's a lot of fun pitching for the Dogs. A lot of us have never been to New York. Part of the reason why the River Dogs is so fun and because we get to travel. We're going to states we haven't been to before. Playing out of state is going to be fun, and it's always a new experience for us.
First game of the Babe Ruth World Series will be Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Time. They'll open against the champion of the Southwest region, a team from Mobile, Alabama. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
Walls were raised on Friday for the 14th Habitat for Humanity home in the Moses Lake area. Madison Jennings and her 2 children, ages 8 and 6, were on hand Friday as Columbia Basin Job Corps students helped raise the walls of their new home. Habitat for Humanity of Greater Moses Lake has been fundraising for 3 years to make the Jennings new home possible. The first of 13 completed homes was built in 1998, and the organization builds a new home about every 3 years. Homes are sold to the partner families at no profit with a low-interest mortgage. Homeowners must meet several qualifications, including income restrictions and about 450 hours of sweat equity into the building of their new home. Habitat officials say each home is built off the family's needs and income restrictions. Terry Hall, construction consultant and site manager, said it takes about 9 months to construct each home, all done with the help of volunteers, including Job Corps and area churches and businesses. Hall said they're hoping to have the 14th home ready for the Jennings in time for the holidays. The Jennings were joined by family and friends and Moses Lake Christian Church Associate Pastor Phil Payne for a brief prayer before Madison and Job Corps students raised the first wall of the new home. For more information on homeowner applications, volunteer, and donation opportunities, visit habitatmoseslake.org. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at ifiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.